Hey again there, Arcade 1up fans. This is Brian, and what I'm showing off here is the Attack from Mars Arcade 1up cabinet, and I'm in the process of putting in a larger monitor, not running the original PCB because my PCB died a few months back after I moved it in my new house here. Worked for about 2 weeks and then fried. So I really didn't get to play it that much, honestly, since I've owned this cabinet. But it was way past its expiration for warranty. Moving on to the monitor though, this will be a quick video. What you're looking at here is not a 16:9 screen, but an ultra-wide 34-inch LG monitor. The lengthway is going up, measures at 31.5 inches, and the width across is 13.25. Now, a real pinball machine playfield, I was looking up, just the playfield itself runs 42 inches up and across is 20.25. So at 3/4 scale, I found out that this monitor is so close to being a perfect 3/4 scale playfield monitor-wise, versus everyone's been using a 32-inch 16:9 screen, which looks great too, but I was really curious to see how the ultra-wide monitor looks, because pinball, you know, is longer. I always felt playing on the 32-inch screen, it looks a little shrunken in, but I think they made the games to fit that way, to be honest. But I thought, give it a shot, and this is the outcome. At first I wasn't sure if it would fit into the cabinet, but it does fit. It still needs some modification. But just getting a look here, the cards here do look a little wider. I think the picture is stretched out. It's like so subtle. It's the Indiana Jones table here, and maybe it looks like it on camera, but all the circles I'm noticing are slightly more oval shaped, which should all just be like perfect circles. I think Indiana Jones's head is slightly elongated, but then you look at other areas of this pinball board, I see like regular circles and the trails the ball goes on. Like, some things look perfect and some things look a little stretched. And I did look at the original picture online, and the areas where it looks oval actually are all circles. So that confirmed to me that it does stretch out the image. You know, and this is running under the Intech Nintendo Switch mod, company that built this control panel, made their own PCB, which you swap out the original guts of the Arcade 1up Pinball, and this will run using your Nintendo Switch. Maybe some of you have this, maybe some of you don't. I bought this thing, I don't know, I think it was last year, and it was sitting in my box forever because my PCB was still running, but I mainly bought it because it came with a bar that would fit a 32-inch mod screen, because the front lockdown bar is thinner, which wouldn't cover up the monitor here in the front like some people were getting with the stock lock bar. So this one won't cover the monitor at all when it's in place. Kind of get an idea right here, this one. When I do get the monitor in here eventually, you can see right there, it's a nice fit, nothing gets covered or anything like that. But it's pretty neat seeing this monitor in here with it being the longer style, 31.5 inches. It's the perfect length. But honestly, between the 32-inch monitor, that's a 16:9 screen, and the 21:9 ratio ultra-wide monitor, both monitors you're getting one or the other. This monitor, you're getting the exact length you need for a 3/4 scale playfield, but it's not wide enough this way. It needs to just be 2 more inches wider. We'd have a perfect 3/4 scale replica. But if you get the 32-inch 16:9 screen, which most everyone uses, that actually has the correct width at a little over 15 inches, but it's short by about 4.5 inches short. And that's why I think like sometimes it looks squeezed in. So the monitor would just come right up to about here. And you can see how this one is set back, and it is covered by the back box. But I've been tinkering with this monitor. At first I wasn't sure it would fit. It does. I took out the ramp that lifts up to lower it, but these side rails here, the wooden ones, there's a little piece right here that's that L shape that goes out that's holding this monitor up. I was going to angle the back part here downward more and keep this up here, but I'm going to have to remove these wood rails inside, or I can take the back off of the monitor. I think that might be enough. Just take the back casing off. I won't have to necessarily completely decase this monitor like you have to with a 32-inch screen. But in the end, if I were to do that, I know for sure that you would see the full play field back here. There's like maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches covered up way back in there, you can see. And you're not really missing much back there, honestly. But when you're standing and playing, this is the view right here. It gets cut off quite a bit, but you are getting most of the play field. And I think the left side of the screen is cut off just a little bit. Barely though. When comparing the images with a 32-inch, it's pretty damn close. This side's all good. We got everything. But you do get that elongated effect. You can see the sun here, it's more oval shaped. Oval, his face, so. I was torn at first. Like, I kind of like this. I like the longer field. Makes it feel like the regular pinball. You know, the ball's traveling way up, coming way down. But putting on a rail too, I'm noticing with this one, with it not being at 15 inches wide, we got a lot of space here on the sides when I put the rails back on. I mean, you can see the monitor, so I really can't cover that up. Put some tape on, I guess black tape, but there's a lot of open space. I have to make like a frame to cover everything. Plus the monitor would be laid down lower, so it might be easier to cover up areas. But again, that's where that regular 32-inch 16:9 screen comes in handy, because it's 15 inches wide, a little like 15.5, and it goes under these rails. So the screen is closer to the walls, giving a better 3D effect. But yeah, for anybody out there that may have been curious or wondered about the ultra-wide monitors that I was, I'm surprised this hasn't caught on. I think maybe going forward, as these monitors get better, a little more popular, maybe Zen Pinball, Pinball Arcade, all those companies that make these games will eventually build these games so they can work with an ultra-wide monitor and fix the ratio and make sure everything's the correct proportions. I think this is the way to go, because again, you got that longer look. If you wanted to do a full-size virtual pinball with an ultra-wide monitor, we would need like a 50-inch or 52-inch, I think it is, which I don't think they make yet. But who knows? It might come one day. I think they go up to 45. But this is a 34-inch one. 34-inch diagonal, 31.5 across. And yeah, I mean, it's fun playing on it. And, you know, I can get it to fit pretty well in this cabinet. You can see the size. I mean, it's big. It's very close to a regular 32-inch on. And again, I'm pretty torn. I don't know what to do. Do I want to keep this one? I already have the regular 32-inch monitor. It's been sitting here in the box for like 1.5 years. But yeah, I've been going monitor crazy. I'm not looking forward to decasing this thing. Plus, it's a very tight fit. Everyone's showing. I gotta like unloosen the screws. I'm just not looking forward to it. It's like, what if I need to get inside, pull the monitor up? It just seems to be a big pain. But maybe it won't be so bad. And this one, you know, it fits no problem. But unfortunately, I do have to take the back casing off or remove the rails, and it'll just sit down in nice and make my own little area for the monitor to sit on. I even bought another monitor here, a ViewSonic, that actually is so close to fitting without decasing. That's the model number right there. But again, I ran into the issue where it wouldn't fit with that additional ramp that lifts up. But now that I've removed it, it just dawned on me I should try and see how this will fit in there. This one will fit. No, I take that back. I'm sorry, guys. It does not fit. Part of the casing does need to come off. Sorry about that. It wasn't an issue with the ramp. Yeah, so it doesn't. It's a very thin monitor. If anybody's looking for a monitor that doesn't want to decase, the picture was pretty similar to the LG So I don't know. I spent more money on that, and I had already bought one. I might as well use the one I have, and invest more in a 4K monitor one day, when I would like to one day do an actual PC build and get that whole thing going. But just wanted to show off this monitor, ultra wide. That's the playfield. It can fit in the arcade 1-up. It is cut off here at the bottom, but you can angle the back of the monitor downward if you remove the rails or take off just the back casing of this monitor. You can get in there pretty well. If you would like to have a closer effect of an actual pinball play field of it being longer. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button and like button if you'd like. And I will be pumping out another video once I get all this done. I just got my glass in today. And I just gotta decide if I want to do this monitor or the other one. And then I'll show off all my little cosmetic mods I've done to this machine too over the past year and a half. Again, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.